Hi, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for this morning. It's Thursday morning, and we have the one of the most beautiful words, and one that we all want to have as much as anything, and that is perceptiveness. Isn't that a wonderful virtue? So let's read the description first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Perceptiveness is clarity of insight. It is being observant of what is beneath the surface and looking for the deeper meaning. When we are perceptive, our understanding is intuitive and discerning. We slow down into awareness. We perceive the nuances of meaning in an idea or situation. We strive to see what is truly going on. We are thoughtful and considerate. Above all, we offer others the gift of feeling heard and understood. We are mirrors to their souls. So, a beautiful word, an interesting description, because most of the time when we're thinking about perceptiveness, I think we're thinking about how we can perceive others, how we can perceive a situation. What is the underlying, as it puts it, the nuances? What are the things that are happening maybe behind the scenes or in the past that brings a person or a situation to this place? But today, the thought that I was having as soon as I saw this word come up was the need for perceptiveness within ourselves. So what do I mean by that? I mean that we need to perceive when we are being true to ourselves and when we are looking at things in distorted ways, or we're looking at things in ways that don't really fit the person that we want to be. So in other words, when we're feeling frustration or anger or disappointment or some other annoyance, some other feeling that just doesn't feel good to us, isn't it almost, no, not almost, it is always because we're not agreeing with our inner self, the person who we really are. Imagine, think about it from this point of view. When we're angry, when our children do something and we get angry about that, right? It's because not because that we're angry at them as a person, where we might be upset about the behavior, but in reality, we have a great deal of love and kindness that we want to show to our kids. But when we're not doing that, when we're feeling angry, when we're saying things that, later on we're going to wish we hadn't said, those are the times that we're in opposition to who we really are. And so no matter what the situation is, if we're not discerning who we really are and who we want to be and living that, we're always going to have those bad feelings. And so my experience has been that as I look at situations that come up, most of the time, that I get upset about things, it's because I'm not getting the feeling that I want to feel, and I'm not displaying the feeling that I want to feel. I want to love my wife, right? But then I get upset about something that really isn't anything to be upset about, and I've just perceived her in a way that she is not. I'm not seeing her for all her good qualities. I'm not seeing my child with all their good qualities. I'm not, I'm taking a situation and maybe distorting it with some other kinds of thoughts. And so in our anger, when we do classes on anger, we talk a lot about distorted thoughts because they come from beliefs that we have, and the beliefs that we need the most are the ones that are saying, look at the good things in this person, or what could be good, what are the lessons that I can take from this situation, and know that every single moment that we're living is a new moment that we can move forward with a different attitude and a different way of being. Now, that is an interesting take, I guess, on perceptiveness, but that's how I'm thinking about it today. As I go into my day today, I want to be sure that I am looking at people and looking for the best in them. And when I do that, what I find is that I feel much more peaceful. How do we teach our kids about this concept of perceptiveness? We need to slow them down sometimes and let them perceive for themselves what is truly happening, and where their thoughts are and where they're going, and have them really take the time to listen to themselves. And I think that's the key. Are they feeling good? If they are, then they're in alignment with who they really are. If they're feeling bad and upset and fearful, then maybe they're not so much in alignment, because we know they have all of the virtues inside of them already. And it gives us an opportunity as a parent to see the areas and the virtues that maybe are not as developed as they could be at this time. As in all of those situations with our kids, we have to be careful that we're looking at them from their developmental stage, making sure that our expectations of them are not beyond where they are developmentally, whether that's and careful that we're not doing that by comparison to other kids. Our kids are unique individuals with their own ways of being, and when we love them for who they are, our perception of them is going to be so much better. And they're going to feel good about it too. So a lot to take in there and a lot to talk about. And today is a good day for us just to focus on our perception of different situations and of people. And are we maintaining that even when there are difficulties? So those are my thoughts today on perceptiveness, and I'll be focusing on that myself today to make sure that I stay in alignment with who I really am and who I want to be. And until next time, keep practicing all of the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families, and that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community.